All right, y'all, listen. I'm here with my millionaire Arab brother, Mo Fala. My man exited his solar company. I'm not really going to give them like a dossier on you because y'all should want to hear from the man himself. But
you already confused the guests, bro. What the fuck's a dossier?
Yeah, I'm not going to give y'all this man's life story because rich people, you should want to hear it from them. But we're just sitting here, we're talking life, we're talking business, we're talking mindset, and what it really takes to make it in a world where I think it's easier than ever to make it, actually.
Definitely.
But do you feel like there are more people that are struggling than ever?
No, I don't think there are more people that are struggling than ever. I think that the access to success and the access to the right information is easier than ever. So, like, anyone who's, like, not doing well is literally just not trying. And, like you can just go on YouTube and find so much free game that, like our buddy Will. He posted that thing on his story yesterday. Somebody watched one of his free YouTube videos and then collected 1.2 million in cash off of a free webinar training. Like, that's
10
free.
months.
10 months, So no, it's just like, if people aren't winning, they literally just don't want to win. They just don't want to.
I also think that a lot of people have an issue trusting the process. Like, they'll try something and then it doesn't work or they don't see success right away and they just instantly believe this doesn't work. Like, they go back to their preconceived notions.
Yeah.
And nothing happens overnight, but if you trust the process, my favorite quote, bro, is trust the process, watch the progress.
Yeah.
It takes time, bro. It really does. I mean, yes, you can get success. You can be really successful fast, but in hindsight, people are just so narrow in their thinking that they think they try something once, they're not trying to figure it out or experiment or adjust. And that's why a lot of people fail too. They just give up way too quick. They quit 3 feet from goal.
Yeah. Like, I mean, for myself, it was 10 years of, like, active effort and just, like, barely making it. And then in the 11th year, I made millions of dollars. Like right away. But it was just never giving up, and it's a lot of consistency.
And then where did you feel like in those 10 years were your biggest crutches? Like, what was happening in those 10 years that made you stick with it and kind of compounded you to the 11th year?
It's just like, I always just wanted more out of life, and I was just so sick of being broke that I was like, I'll do anything that it takes to get out of this. Like, I was so disgusted with the idea of being broke. And the reality is, like, I was causing it to myself because I wasn't, like, super serious. The time when I got serious is when I got off drugs, I stopped boozing, and I stopped chasing girls. And as soon as I stopped that and I got, like, really, really intentional about making money, within 2 years, I was a millionaire.
Makes sense, bro.
I was sick of being broke, dude. Like, I wanted to be rich. I was sick of being broke.
Do you feel like your attitude about money changed too? I feel like a lot of people struggle with the fact of being rich. A lot of my college friends, bro, they think that money is the root of all evil.
No, I mean, like, I always thought money was a good thing. You can't do anything good being broke. Like, tell me a good thing that you can do, like, while being broke. And broke isn't just, like, money, right? Like, some people, like Mother Teresa, right? Mother Teresa, she didn't have money, but she had a shit ton of influence. So, like, she was able to, like, get some gift. So the thing is like, if you don't have that gift of, influence, such as, being a Mother Teresa or being a Jesus, you can go out and you can acquire money, which is really, really easy to do. And then you can go out and be good with the money. Like, being rich and evil, or, like, money is the root of all evil, is like, it's this idea that only bad people make money or get money. And it's like, if someone's a bad person and they make money, they're going to be a shitty person with it. But if someone's a good person, which I believe the majority of people on this planet are good people, if they have money, they'll do good with it.
Yeah, I think money is just an amplifier. Like, naturally, if you're a shit person and you do bad things to get money, you'll just consistently stay that bad person. But what, like, inspired you to get money, bro? Or were you desperate? Did your covet of money come from inspiration or desperation? I mean, yeah, you were, like, on drugs, you were doing a lot of bad shit, but, like,
dude,
did you have a trigger moment or a turning point that made you want to get rich?
I think it's, like, a couple things. When I was younger, I always wanted, like, cool shit. And
why? Were you just around it?
No, I just wanted it.
Like, you just saw it and you were like, bro, this is fire. Like, I want this.
Yeah, like, I just wanted nice things. Like, ever since I was a kid, I just always wanted more things. But
where did you see them? Like around your neighborhoods or in pop culture? Like
TV, pop culture, video games, like, you know, Need for Speed, Gran Turismo, GTA, like all
yeah,
that.
those were sick.
Yeah, all that cool stuff. And it was like, man, I want that stuff. And anything like that, you know, when I was a kid, like I'd ask my parents, or I'd ask my father for certain things, and my father would say, oh no, we can't do that, or we can't have that. And I'm like, oh, why not? He's like, well, we don't have enough money. And like, I remember telling my father, I'm like, well, why don't you just get more money? And he'd tell me, like, it doesn't work that way. And I refused to believe it. And I think one of the problems is that people get indoctrinated, is they get taught by their parents. And if I would have believed it just doesn't work that way, and I took that as like a stable piece of information, a stable datum, and I was like, oh, it doesn't work that way, then I would have probably lived my whole entire life not trying to just make more money, because I would have believed my father when he said it just doesn't work that way. But I chose not to believe it because it didn't make sense with me. It didn't align with me. Because if other people can go out and get money, then why the fuck can't I?
So you found yourself questioning the beliefs that were presented to you.
Questioned everything.
Cool.
And I think that's a really important thing for successful people, is like they question what they're told. Like they don't just believe everything that's told to them at face value.
Yeah. Like the status quo doesn't make sense to them.
That's right.
That's why they're uncommon, because most people are most people because they do common things, and most successful people, they do very uncommon things that most people wouldn't understand, and that's why they're successful. So,
wait, like here's a simple example, right? Like somebody says, "I want to make money," but then they don't want to spend money to learn how to make money, because they think like, "Oh, if I want to have a lot of money, then I need to save a lot of money."
way.
Yeah, but you actually have to not really spend. You have to invest money to gain the skills so that you can make even more money with less time. So it's contradictory. And so like people who are trying to save their way never end up actually doing it, because they just don't have enough skill sets, and it requires an investment of capital to be able to return capital.
True. Do you also think that the abundance mindset is one you need to have more than ever now, because things are so fucking expensive?
Yeah, but it's also a mindset of like thinking that everything is expensive. Like, you know, you just need to have the belief that you can have it all. You just gotta have the belief that you can have it all. But I think one of the biggest, and you know, we were just talking about this, one of the most important things is that you gotta get surrounded by money. You have to. When I was living in small farm town, Ohio, population of 25,000, and I've never seen a Lamborghini in my entire life, and I pull up to Miami, and at the airport for the first time, I see a Lamborghini and I see a Ferrari, and I'm like, these things were imaginary to me. Like I thought that they were ultra rare. And then you come to a city like Miami and they're everywhere around you. You're like, everybody has a car like this.
They call the Uruses the Miami Monsters.
Yeah, I know. Like we're about to go trade this Urus in, because like I feel like a broke boy being in this damn fucking Lamborghini.
Yeah.
But like you got to be surrounded by it, right? Because it's like the more that you expose yourself to like higher level of living, the higher the likelihood that you're going to actually be able to achieve it. That's why if people are in San Francisco, a lot of times they just like either get into tech or they become like, it's whatever you're exposed to.
You only grow to what you've been exposed to, bro.
That's right. And in San Fran, you're gonna be in tech or you're gonna be.
That's radical as fuck, bro. you're either gonna start a tech company or you're gonna become.
Yeah. Or you're gonna get on drugs and become a. So, you know, but like it's whatever you're exposed to. So you know. Down here in Miami, you're exposed to a lot of abundance, a lot of wealth, a lot of people making money, and then you just naturally start to like be more of that because it's more real to you. You actually can see it's possible. But when you're in small town fucking North Dakota, it's you don't see it. It's not even real for you. That's why I told you, I'm like, bro, you gotta come. I didn't even tell you. You saw my video and you're like, oh damn, I gotta come down.
Yeah, my boy Mo inspired me to get out of like dusty old decrepit Atlanta, man.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of exotics out here, and if you have one, it's getting broken into.
Or you got it from drug money.
Yeah. But
you can't run ads on drug money.
Yeah, nah. It's uncompliant, bro. So listen, you're a successful guy. You exited your solar company, but before you did that, you probably fucked up a lot. And a lot of shit didn't go your way. It went south.
Yeah.
What were those things, and what did you learn and take away out of it that kind of propelled you to have a successful company, finally?
Yeah, you know, like I was playing in some of the wrong games when I was younger. I remember one time I got held up at gunpoint and I got robbed for like $12K. And,
damn.
Yeah, and that was like a big turning point in my life where I was like, you know, I'm gonna either end up in a jail cell or I'm gonna end up dead if I keep going down this path. And like, I just really needed to be able to learn the right skill sets to be able to like go out and actually like really win and do really well. And I just decided to take responsibility for my life, and I said, I'm gonna fucking figure this out no matter what. And that was like a, you know, big turning point in my life, because I had my life pretty much like not in my control. And I remember telling myself, like, I'll never let myself not be in control of my life again, because my life was in the hands of another person. And that was like a big shift in my life, where I was like, damn, like I actually can be in control of everything. And then I decided to be in control of my success. I decided to be in control of, you know, everything that I achieved. And I got really damn serious. And it didn't take, you know, from that point till the time that I actually became a millionaire, it was like, I think it was 6 years later where I ended up becoming a millionaire. And then after that, it was like, you know, never had a year where I made less than $1 million afterwards.
I want to touch on something because this is really important. Like, a lot of people, bro, speak very vaguely about shit, but like, I want to give the people the real value. You said you had to learn tangible skills.
Yeah.
What were those skills? What are the skills that people out there watching this video need to learn to make a lot of money?
You know, I think that the most important skill is the ability to communicate. That's the, you know, your ability to communicate is going to be directly proportional to how much money you earn on this entire planet, you know. And you got to be able to communicate in simple terms. Like Elon, for example, he communicates unbelievable ideas into the population, and these ideas are so complex and so crazy, but he's able to actually take those complex ideas, simplify them so that other people can understand it, and then it can expand. So your ability to communicate is going to be one of the biggest things. Your ability to influence, and all really influence is leadership. Like, leadership and influence are synonymous of each other. So like, you got to be able to lead yourself. You got to be able to then influence others to follow you. You need to be able to persuade individuals, get people to follow you on a cause, get people to follow you on a mission. You need to learn how to negotiate, how to stand your ground, how to present. Like, I really believe that like where I made all of my money was through sales. Like, I didn't go and build some crazy tech product. I didn't go and, like, you know, develop some software or make my money off of e-commerce or marketing or anything like that. My money was made through these skills of sales, having a product, being able to find a customer, showing them the problem that they're currently experiencing, showing them how the product that I had solves the problem that they're experiencing, and showing them that there's sufficient value in that, and that value exceeds the price that they're going to pay for the product. And when value exceeds price, there's always a purchase. And when you can do that, you can sell anything. And if you can sell anything, you'll never go a day without a job.
So you would say base, like, for someone's foundation,
Yeah.
learn how to communicate,
Yeah.
and then stack that with sales, and then maybe after that, like, stack on leadership.
Yeah, I mean, but sales and communication are like hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
They're hand in hand. Yeah.
For somebody that's never had a sales job,
Yeah.
or is maybe like a college dropout, what would you say? How can they learn how to communicate, or get a in 2 hours learn more about communication than 90% of the world?
Shit, dude, they gotta rip some SRD.
They probably don't have 5 racks for that, bro.
I gotta go rip some SRD. You know, somebody wants to communicate, like, there's just so much like free game out there. Like, I think that the best place to learn communication, and like in 2 hours, not, you know, you're not going to become super good at something in 2 hours. Like, you're just not going to. But you got to get into either phone sales or door-to-door sales. Like, if you can do either of those two things, you'll be able to have conversations with anybody on the planet. Like, you are forced into very uncomfortable conversations, and you have to be able to talk your way through it, navigate, weave, and bob to be able to get yourself on the other side. I think that's like, you know, that's more of like a longer term thing. If somebody wants access right away, I mean, you got to get on YouTube, you got to pick up some books. Reading specifically helps with your ability to actually communicate more than listening. So
Yes.
So reading makes you more articulate. Reading helps you develop communication skills faster than actually listening. So, you know, you've got How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Really good one.
Really good one. I mean, you can just like literally just go on Google and be like, best books on communication. Or go to ChatGPT and make it even easier and be like, give me a 10-day guide on how to communicate and structure this lesson in 15-minute increments, and give me practice tests that I can use at the end of every single day so that I can hone in my skills. And you can literally just like go and create courses for yourself just by asking it the right questions. You just got to be intentional about getting your game on.
Yeah. Intentional, bro, and very, very like very, very intentional really with the effort. Because I think there's no shortage of tools. People just are not utilizing them.
But the quickest way is getting a mentor.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
That's the quantum leap, bro.
That's the quantum leap.
We got to do a video only on the quantum leap after this one.
Yeah. The quantum leap. I don't know if they're ready for the quantum leap.
Nah, that's going to be a banger video, bro.
Yeah.
Only have to make the next video about the quantum leap.
Yeah. Tune in for the next one. It's a quantum leap video. If you don't watch that one, you're messing up.
What would you do if somebody told you, like, okay, you say get into phone sales or get into door-to-door sales? What if they gave you like an excuse of, oh, I'm scared to walk up to people's houses or something like? I think that's bullshit. I think you can't be.
They just don't want it.
I think you can't be broke and have pride. Those two things are they just don't mix.
Yeah.
How you gonna be broke and prideful at the same time?
Yeah.
What would you do if someone gave you that objection?
They just don't want it. Like somebody can't tell me I want to be rich, but I don't want to do X. Fill in the blank. You can't. Like, if you want to be rich, you got to try everything. Like, you have to. You can't afford not to try things. You can't afford not to invest in the program, invest in the training, invest in the course. You can't afford not to, because until really all they're missing is information. And if they fill in that gap of information, like that's where they're at right now and where they want to go. The thing that's missing in the middle is just info. And if they had that right info and then they applied that right info, they'll be able to make as much money as they want.
That's a good game, bro.
It's costing them a shit ton of money not to have it.
This is another thing, bro, that we should probably shoot a video on, but I think we'll end it with this last little tangent.
Yeah.
I say, bro, I think making $1 million is not that impressive.
No.
Someone can make that in 20 years because they made 50 grand a year, but I think someone that can make $1 million in 3 months, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And the only difference between those two things is speed.
Mm-hmm.
How can people move with more speed? If someone has a goal, how can they accomplish that goal like in 1/3 the time, even faster? Like, how can they move with speed? What does that even mean? What is speed?
Yeah, like speed is success. If you look up in the dictionary and you derive speed, you see that the words that it means, where it comes from, is flourish and prosper. So speed, literally the word speed, you derive it, the derivation is flourish and prosper. So like, it's pretty cool. Like,
it's pretty sick.
It's pretty cool. So speed literally is the flourishment and the prosperity that you get. You got to set crazy big goals, like things that, you know, whatever you think that you can do in 10 years, and you got to set that goal to be able to accomplish it in 6 months. And then it's like, oh, well, that's impossible. Yes, it's impossible if you keep the same behaviors that you're doing today. So then the thinking has to come on and be like, okay, what behaviors do I have to change to be able to make it happen? Who do I got to connect with? Who do I got to know? Who do I got to hire? Who do I got to get rid of? Are the people that are around me the same type of people that are going to get me towards hitting that 10-year goal in 6 months? And then you have to be able to adjust your surroundings so that it can actually fit the environment. And the environment is like yourself and then everyone and everything around you. You have to be able to put all of it so that it aligns with you being able to hit that 10-year goal in 6 months. Because there's no way that you're going to be able to do it if you keep doing the same things. So you got to be able to move quickly. When you have speed, you also have momentum, and momentum is a huge multiplier. John Maxwell, in his book, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, he has the law of Big Mo, which is momentum. And when you have it on your side, you can go so freaking far. And coming from me, I grew a company, Simple Solar. It was ranked the 44th fastest growing privately held company in America. That's over 31 million small businesses in America. It was ranked the 44th fastest. So when I say speed is important, take it from somebody who knows how to grow a business fast.
Hey man, y'all heard that book recommendation. If y'all don't go order that on Audible or Amazon or whatever, like, you're bullshitting.
Bullshit.